tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Play action, Garoppolo. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The Giants. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know they pay me.
First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Number 87.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run forward. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 16 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a game.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
On the handoff. The tackle made at the 44-yard.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Giants 3, Lions 0.
Here's 2nd and 8. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete. But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Their own 7-yard.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
At his own 9-yard.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. Also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's good for a Lion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the
touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And that one will bounce out of the back in the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20.
A gain of 59.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 59 yards on first down. Barkley, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
At the 16-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
87.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Made a great read there, CD. Good decision to keep it.
And I think what we just saw there is someone understanding that throwing the ball through that traffic can also be fraught with disaster. Keep it, use your legs, get into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here come the Lions now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Garoppolo. A pass underneath for Carson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Lions 7.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. He's got the lead, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, 77 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
The kicker on for the
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
Now Carson fumbles the football. The Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown. Giants. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yes, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
The tackle
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's good.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds Corey Davis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
To Corey Davis.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. We'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
This is going to be caught. He really fights for the football, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Garoppolo.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The toss completed to Pittman. Comes loose. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
42-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 7.
They'll go to Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try to run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Makes the score Giants 41. Lions.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. For the third time. Picked off at the 19.
By the Giants. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez lining up.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants,